Right. So you guys talked about Nerd and Pharrell being some of your big influences. I guess, when you first started getting into hip hop and up to now, what have been some of the bigger influences on each of you guys individually?
Individually?
Go around, just go around.
Like, individually for me, like, as a producer, I started out, listening to people like Timbaland and Dr. Dre and the Neptunes, and like I remember like when I was in high school, like I used to sit down and I would have a CD player and I would just listen to everything that they made, and I would basically study what they did. And I guess it kind of shows in what I do now, me not being so afraid to, to think outside the box and do what I want to do. So personally, like it's always been a producer standpoint for me. So it's been, Dr. Dre, Timbaland, Neptunes, Swiss Beats, all of them. Like I try to pull from everybody.
As far as me as a lyricist, hopefully that isn't used too loosely. Influences for me would be automatically Common, Nas, Ludacris, and Eminem, and they go are also Outkast. And as time went on, the more I started getting more exposed to underground, started really liking cats like Kuntry Noiz and Killer Mike and those people of those type of sets.
And I guess for me, being we got the lyricist and the DJ spectrum at the same time, I would say, well, first off, DJ AM would be first one.
Rest in peace, brother.
Yeah. No, not just one by itself. Not just one by itself. No, not just one by itself. No. But that's one of the, I'm just saying that's one of the main ones. Of course, DJ Jazzy Jeff. Of course, Primo, DJ Clue, local people, DJ 96, EF Cutting. Everybody. A lot of people. DJ Cubert, and then on the lyricist side, in Talib Kweli, of course, like Common, like Webb said, and producer-wise, and Neptunes, Timbaland, Primo again, and it's so many. Like I could name for an hour straight and still wouldn't have a whole segment.
Right. Well, I think that's a good thing, because I think nowadays, it's so easy to get segmented into a very specific sound. You know what I mean? A very specific type of lyricism, a very specific type of beat. And I think that harms people. You know what I mean? To be just drawing from one particular segment of hip-hop's really rich, diverse history, would be, you end up sounding the same. Sometimes I'll listen to like a Ninth Wonder beat, and then another Ninth Wonder beat, and it's like two different things. But then other times I get totally bored with Ninth Wonder and everything sounds the same from him. But, but I think too, and I think what Webb you mentioned is straddling the lines between mainstream and underground, I think is an important thing too, because I think you need to be able to reach out to a more mainstream audience, but also appeal to the heads. And I think that's something that you guys have managed to do. And do you feel like that there's a difference between being considered underground or with like a mainstream commercial sound? How do you guys kind of categorize yourself that way, or do people try to put labels on you guys like that, or what do you think about that sort of idea?
As far as I know, we've never been labeled.
I do think it'd be pretty hard to put a label on you guys. So I agree with that.
That is definitely a problem that we've had. Since there's been times even where at first we had trouble trying to describe ourselves to other people.
It's still hard.
Yeah.
It's. Oh, that was keep going.
Well, actually, you kind of helped us out, Cass. So they said it was like an edgy backpack sound, and like actually, edgy southern backpack is like kind of like the actual sound that we actually have.
That's exactly what I was saying. I said the Roots mixed with a little Outkast.
Wow.
Because that's like the influence I hear from you guys. Your lyrics, you're definitely straying from the norms. Not bling, guns, and crack and whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? You guys are not touching that stuff, but you still manage to keep it street. But then also with like the live instrumentation stuff, you all were definitely channeling some Questlove on the night of the Tanya Morgan show.
Courtney's probably jumping up and down right now.
Yes!
No, but like as far as labeling ourselves, it's kind of like I guess that's like if you really think about it, that's what keeps you from breaking that threshold. Like if you label yourself as something, what says that you're gonna change the game? in my eyes, I want to create something new. Like I want us to create a new type of label. You know, like how you would label somebody. Like I want people to be like, you know, 10, 20 years down the road, oh, y'all sound like Kuntry Noiz. Like that's a Kuntry Noiz sound. Like,
Right.
you know, like I don't want to be stuck to like y'all got that group sound. Like I want it to be something like you've never heard before. Like that's what I really want us to try to push for.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
definitely. As far as, you know, we talked about bigger influences, and you mentioned some local artists. Who is it locally that you guys have really, that either you've drawn on as influence, or that you guys have enjoyed working with, or what do you really see as the local state right now? What's going on locally?
Well,
Everybody look at each other like,
Right.
do we want to say it at the same time? Or do we want
man.
locally, we've been really working closely with Divine Karama and your boy 87.
Yeah, big ups to Devon Crowman. I'm his #1 fan for sure.
Yeah, I mean it's
That was
been
Divine and
like I know like I mean heck I'm around Nemo like almost every day, and like I know just from listening to his mixtape or his EP, listening to his EP and just being around him, like I pull from him, and like he may even be younger, but at the same time it doesn't matter. Artist is an artist, and we're all on different levels, and as far as the underground game goes. Like I have a feeling it's really gonna jump off like really quick because a lot of people are starting to really see their true potential and starting to step outside of that box. And once we all get on the same page and we start working together to make Kentucky as a whole notice, it's gonna be real big.
it's a whole lot of talent.
A lot.
Like, yeah, a whole lot of talent.
Definitely, and I think that there's a shift that I hope occurs, because I feel like there's these huge polar opposites. You know what I mean? On one side you've got like Lil Wayne, Ludacris, Eminem, and then on the other side you've got like Lush Life and Tanya Morgan and like some of the more superbly underground groups. And it's like in the middle, where do we put ourselves? Where does Lexington put itself? We've got to start filling that gap in between like these different sounds and different areas of popularity and different lyricism. So I think that I would like to see too a lot of like the local talent start proliferating itself, and I think people have got to grind a little harder too. I mean, I know some cats come out like you were talking about earlier, bring a CD and want to rock a mic. It's going to take more than that to get Lexington involved, because Lexington can be a real finicky city.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I mean, like it's, like you said, when it comes to, people, working a little bit harder, like, I think a lot of people just have to realize that, like, it's not going to happen overnight. Like, yeah, I mean, like, you may see people like Soulja Boy, like, I'm not knocking him, like, I give that dude props. Like, at first when he first came out, like, I'm not going to lie, I didn't like him. Like, I really didn't, because I was like, you come out with this crap and all this stuff, like, you gonna make me dance, but like, no, like, the dude, yeah, but like, the dude, like, he's smart as heck, like, when it comes to a business standpoint, because, I mean, if you look at how he came up, like, I remember actually hearing his music when I was in like 9th grade. I didn't know who he was. I got me some baby names. So I was like, who is this retard? I'm like, like when you look at it, like 5 years later, like the dude's like he's big,
Right.
and like you just have to put in that time. Like I always tell people, like when I'm sleeping, I'm working.
Right.
Like I'll wake up from a dream and I'll make a beat. Like it never stops for me. Like I'm always thinking about it. That's why I quit football. Like I couldn't play football because I would be thinking about music while I'm playing. Like it was crazy. My coach would get mad at me. What are you tapping on the helmet for? I can't help it, coach. I mean it's crazy. Like you can't stop. Like,